Happy Founders Day, Pastor Tony. Thank you for your 22 years of life-changing ministry. We love you. We appreciate all that you are in every role that you play. Thank you for being a teacher, a leader, a motivator, a man of wisdom, our personal comedian, an example, a man of compassion, a spiritual father, and so much more. We love and appreciate you, and we are grateful that God has blessed our lives with your ministry for 22 years.
Happy Founders Day, Pastor Tony. I just want to take a moment to thank you. Thank you for saying yes, and thank you for being in a position that you are. This is 22 years, and there are a lot of people that don't make 22 years in being in ministry, and I just personally want to say thank you. I would have not known that I was called into ministry if it was not for you. So I just want to let you know that I appreciate you, and I thank you, and I look forward to what your future has in store for you. God bless you, Pastor.
Hi, listen, today is Founders Day, and I just want to say to my Pastor, you have impacted my life so dramatically that one time I remember when I used to do street rap, and you came to the restaurant that I was working in, and you literally sat in my car and allowed me to, I played the song and cuss words was coming out, but it didn't move you. You still stayed there and you said, the song sounds good, but knowing that my language would change over the time of being spent with you, so no longer do I cuss, no longer do I rhyme the way that I used to rhyme, because once I got into the Church of Victorious Ministries International, the word of God has come across that pulpit that allowed me to stop cursing and doing all of those things, because of a man like you who sat in my car one day and told me that my music was good, but you allowed God to change my language, not you as the man himself, but the words that you taught me over the pulpit. So I thank you, Pastor. I thank you for everything you've done for me, and I'm so grateful for you being in my life.
Pastor, happy Founders Day. It's been 22 years, almost close to my age, but not quite. But I wish you many, many more, and I love you. Peace, prosperity, blessings, all that. And don't be too hard on us, but of course you got to. Thank you, love you, bye.
Happy Founders Day, Pop. I just want to let you know, man, that I love you for seeing my purpose in me and guiding me through all the years of being at Victorious Ministry. Where would I be without you in this stage in my life? Thank you, and I love you.
I knew it was God that stepped in and made that possible. I didn't want it possible. I like living the way I lived. I like talking the way I talk. But it's a dead-end street. But God put a road in the middle of the desert and told me to get on. Do I got any people that thank God for the bypass? You had a dead-end street, but thank God that you ain't living like you was in 2005. Thank God. We think we have to fight them. But if you look at the scripture, Jesus shows us, he's beginning to give us an answer that everything you call to break, you don't have to fight.
That's good. That's good, sir.
Because if you learn or if you do or show or act like you have to fight him, when you finish fighting him, you got to fight him. So stop fighting your husband and you won't have to fight your We're all in the room. And I'm smoking. I'm the only one smoking. I'm the only one complaining. I'm the only one pissed off. But when we leave out the room, we all smell like. I'm the one puffing, but you getting secondhand mess. Now you got cancer where you should be free from because you hung around somebody that blocked your. Y'all don't want to hear this, do you? Y'all don't understand. You think you're fine because you're in the room and you weren't doing it, but you were breathing on it. You was allowing them to lie. You was allowing them to talk. You was allowing them to complain like that. Well, I ain't got nobody to complain to. Talk to Jesus. Y'all act like y'all so righteous. Tell the truth. There's some things you miss. But you're still trying to get it right. You're trying to line it right. You're trying to, though you slay me, yet will I trust him. Oh, God. I've been deserving it. I've been checking out what he calls a man. I've been checking out what covering means. I've been checking out what righteous means. Am I perfect? No. You want to hear it again? No. Put that on YouTube. No. But the one thing I am, striving. I'm striving each and every day, trying to make the mark, trying to make heaven my home, trying to keep joy, trying to keep peace. Y'all try to make this Christianity so high rated, nobody can get it. Why would God die for someone that can't get it? No, he knew we could get it now. That's why he died, because he put the bridge over. They made the bridge possible. Why? Because when I can't go in my name, I can go in his blood. Let me give you a good word. If this is the worst time you ever been, you're in the greatest place you ever been in, because God will use worse things. God will use the worst to bring you out. God will take, I'm coming to break this. Listen, y'all young people got to hear me. Never get stuck where you messed up. Wipe your butt off, I'm being nice, and get up and tell yourself, I'll never fall here again. Now, God, I'll make a deal with you. If I can walk away, don't never let it catch up with me. Whoa! Just say, God, I don't want nobody whispering in my ear. I don't want it coming up in my face. If I walk away.
Hi, Pastor. Happy Founders Day to you. We appreciate you so much, and so do I, because of the many wonderful ways in which you challenge us to walk in greatness and to walk in purpose according to God's plan for us. Please keep inspiring us, and may God keep motivating you as well.
Happy Founders Day. Listen, we appreciate your ministry. We appreciate all that you've done in the lives of those afar and those who are near. We just want to celebrate you and inspire you to keep going so that you don't get complacent or get fed up. We're having to deal with people like some of the people that's sitting in the audience now. But don't worry about them, man. It's people like me that go here. You know what I mean? The ones that bring you joy. You know, I can say that now because the sorrow part that I used to bring you is over with. But it's all good because you get to see fruit. And from the fruit that you've instilled in me, the things, the lessons that you've taught, I have been extremely fruitful on both ends of the spectrum with my family and with the lives of other people. So your ministry is living on because it's living through me with the people that I come in contact with. So be proud of what you've accomplished, but this is still just the beginning.
Happy Founders Day, Pastor Tony, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. I'm grateful that you're my pastor. I thank you for all of the push that you have given me. I thank you for the encouragement. I thank you how you express your love, not just to me and my family, but to VMI and to others as a whole. And I just want you to know that I thank God for the 20 plus years that you have at this ministry, and I pray that you receive many more.
Happy Founders Day, Pastor Tony Smith. You are such a blessing. I consider you, Pastor, as my spiritual father, and I just want to personally thank you on behalf of me and my children. You have gone the distance for my family. You have gone the journey. You were there when no one else was there, and I thank God for your life. I met you at the age of 19 years old, and I am 39 years old, and each and every year you have been there for me when there was no one else there, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the depths of my soul. You are a good father, and I am grateful for the man of God and the integrity that you possess, and I pray nothing but the blessings and the prosperity and the abundance of God to overtake you. Thank you for being a spiritual covering to me and my family. God bless you.
Hey, I'm Pastor Tony Smith, the pastor of Victorious Ministry, and this is another daily dose of victory. This is one day after my son's birthday. Yesterday was his birthday, and we had a wonderful time.
I already feel old.
And mothers are always embracing them and putting them to their chest, but I'm encouraging every male today to go seek out their children and make an investment in them in the area of love, in the area of discipline, in the area of finances, building them up and encouraging them. Even though this child can't respond to the English language, but he knows the spirit of love. He knows laughter. Hey, man, hey.
Because you're always responsible to lead. And you have to learn to lead taking hits.
Jesus.
Even if you're wrong in what you lead, you still teach that child something. We have to believe that God will be faithful to your desire for the best for your child. That's the first thing. The second thing is you have to stay consistent in your standard, because when a child is in real trouble, he doesn't want fun.
If you can sing, you ought to have a song. Okay, go. I got the microphone, because I'm God. I'm playing God. Read.
How great is our God. Sing with me, how great.
No, that's my gift. God says, I told you to sit. I wanted to recognize you had it, but I wasn't ready to use it, though. And you got to be content. Okay, stand up and sing it. And walk towards Pastor Marcus. One, two, three, four, five. Quick, stand up, sing. Keep singing, Summer. Follow me. Go to Pastor Marcus, go. And God is saying, this is where I lay your deliverance. Your deliverance is here. Your deliverance is here. Wait a minute. Your deliverance is here. Why is it up here? Why is it up there? Because they got mad because other people were doing it before them? Why is it up there? Why it got caught up with the sound? Why is God caught up trying to prove an image? Because all God's got to do is cut the music off. And when the music's cut off, it doesn't matter how loud you sing. It will never be stronger than the voice of God. God will always show up and say, baby, they can't do it better than you, but they're more obedient than you are. Come on, Summer, come on down here. Hurry up, come on. Because sometimes your waiting is not just for you. Your waiting is for a generation that needs you. Wait a minute. And what you're going through while you were waiting needs them. If you were in the right place, then no longer would you have to sing from the rooftop to be seen, to prove people I'm all right. No, you're not all right. You could take the same song and sing into the ears of what needs it. Letting them know that trouble don't last all day. Letting them know that in the presence of God is victory. Letting them know death could not hold you down. Regardless of the report of the doctor, regardless of the situation, death could not hold you. That's when the word says from breath to rest, to heart, because everybody's in the right place at the right time, waiting for their season. Keep singing.
Hey Pop, happy Founders Day. And I just want to say that, this church and Pastor Tony Smith has been a big blessing to me and my family and connections that I have in this church. And the church and Pastor has been like, a mom and dad teaching me how to be a better man, father, and have more faith in God and ministry. And it's just taught me to grow a lot. And I just want to say I appreciate you. I love you, man. Don't matter how much of a headache I give you, you always hold me down. I know you keep me in prayer, and I just pray the blessings keep coming for you, overtaking you. Love you, big guy.
Hey Pastor, happy Founders Day. I wanted to thank you for being an awesome dad. And I recall when I first came to the ministry, my son, he was in diapers and now he's in college. And I want to thank you for the journey. You stuck right there with me, raising my children. And I want to say we appreciate everything that you've done, and we thank you for this next journey on raising Juju.
Happy Founders Day, Pastor Tony. It's been a great ride. I've been here for about 20 years, and it's been nothing but greatness. All of my major milestones that I've reached in my life, you have been a part of, and I'm truly grateful that you've been in my life. I truly appreciate every sacrifice that you've made. I appreciate the father figure that you are. I literally graduated from high school in this church, graduated from middle school in this church. I graduated from college in this church, graduated from grad school in this church. I got engaged in this church. I got married in this church. I've had my first 2 kids and my third one on the way, all while being a part of this church and having you be a part of all of those memories and all those milestones. And I just want to say thank you. I love you, and I truly appreciate who you are to me. God bless.
God wants you to learn how to get on your face and say, God, what's behind me I can't fix anyway. I have to learn to trust you because I'm in it now. Oh, God. David says, listen, they already showed up. They raided the place already. I just need to know one thing, God. And when you pray, oh, this is good. Make sure you ask God a question. Don't give him a complaint.
My. That's good, sir.
Oh, see, some of y'all praying, but you're crying. You need to say, God, what is the way out of this? I married this man and it ain't working out. What is the way to heal this? How can I get myself out of this?
He says, shut up. That's what you need to tell some things in your life. Shut up. I already know what's going on. I already know what you tell him. Did you notice he didn't say, do you know that your master will give you a double portion today? He said, no, I'm going to tell you the worst thing that's going to happen. Yeah, I know it. Shut up. I know I'm going to lose some friends doing this, but shut up. I know I might be by myself single for a while, but shut up. I know I got a goal now. I got some potential. I know I'm going to have to make some major standards in my family, but shut up. I know I'm going to miss Thanksgiving and cookouts because I don't believe in what y'all do there, but shut up. I might not get nobody knocking on my door saying, how you doing? I just stopped by to see you. But shut up. Why? Because I'd rather have who I am and become what God called me to be than to lose everything. Shut up. Shut up. There's too many things you could have said. You could have said, boy, you really growing being around that prophet. But you're going to bring the most negative thing. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I ain't going to curse God because I lost my job. Shut up. Shut up.
Because I didn't put you in that mess. You got to praise yourself out of it. I come to tell you, if you're in some mess today, you better stop giving God the same wave. He don't need a hello. He need to come here. If you want to prophesy again, you better stop acting with the same stuff. You want to pray like you never prayed before. If you want God to hear your praise, then let him see your praise.
And then you wake up one morning and say, I'm in the same. How did I get here? It's because you got to understand that anybody that's called to cover you will always leave a coat around your life, will always leave a standard, a coat of milling cutters. I wish I had some time. You must understand that it stood out. It must understand that the Father was not a seamstress. Oh, Lord, things that it didn't have to be the most beautiful thing, but there was something different. And when you're a dreamer, God will put something on your life that makes you look different. You'll become weird. You'll become out of place. Family members don't want to get near you. People will talk about you but what you got to do is don't let them steal your coat. Oh, I'm going ahead of myself. What you got to do is make sure they don't steal the joy. Make sure they don't steal your peace. Make sure they don't steal your ministry. Love can make you steal your ministry. You don't understand. Ministry is a code of honor. Ministry is a lifestyle. And if you get caught up with somebody, they can steal your.
I come to speak to every sickness in your body. I come to speak to every fall in your finances. I come to speak to every mindset in a bad relationship. You need to come another way. Ask God which way to come this time. You tried it and you've been faithful, but it ain't working. God says, come another way. I'm always speaking something different. You just stop asking me. You still holding on the last prayer. I completed that prayer. You did win the enemy. The doctor said you wouldn't last this long, and you last this long, but the enemy came back again. But you can't do it the same way. Come on, go around. And I want you to stay until you hear footsteps in the trees. I'm hiding you in the bushes, but you don't show your face until you hear footsteps in the trees. Be obedient.
Run down here like the woman with the issue of blood and lift your hand and say, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. Up and tell God, I believe my child is going to be delivered. I believe. Don't play with it. This is not a fashion show. Get down here and let the Lord tell the Lord, I messed up. I'm settling when I should grow. I do believe. I believe in the power. And do that know the Lord, raise your hand and praise him and worship him and say, God, first I want to forgive you because you spoke over my life that those things supposed to be dead, but I keep raising them up. But today, Lord, I believe I'm going to be the top of my grade, the top of this. I believe my child is going to be great. I believe all these things. I'm getting out of this debt life. I believe. And I'm going to speak it. I'm going to speak it. Speak it loud. I'm getting out of this slump. I'm getting out of this mess. I'm getting out of this style. I'm not going to be revealed as a nobody. I'm going to be revealed as a conqueror. I can pass this test. In the name of Jesus. Woo. I'm going to get out of this sickness in my body. I'm going to get out of this depression. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. And some of y'all ought to be praising him because he got you out. You ought to be praising him that you're not the same you used to be. You ought to be praising him. Praise him. Woo!
Happy Founders Day, Pastor Tony Smith. I really, 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 really love you. You have been a real inspiration to me, and I thank you so very much for loving me and especially loving my son as your son. Thank you.
Hey Pop, what's up, babe? Hey man, I just want to say Happy Founders Day. I'm glad that you found this way around here, you feel me? Because if you didn't find this church in this neighborhood, then I'd have never found Christ for real. So I just want to give you a little something how I appreciate like how you taught me and everything, like, cause you didn't have to go as deep as you did to bring me out, you feel what I'm saying? But you taught me that when you got an assignment, God give you an assignment for somebody, that you gotta go in as deep as they are to bring them out, you feel what I'm saying? And as deep as you went with me, yeah, you my dog, baby. You hear me? All the way. You hear me? You ain't have to do nothing. You ain't have to stand there. I ain't even think pastors, you know what I mean, supposed to do some of the stuff that you stood by me with, you feel me? But you did it. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you forever. I love you. You already know. Coochie back.
Happy Founders Day, Pastor Tony. Congratulations on 22 years of ministry, of service, of your life, of giving of yourself. I appreciate you. I thank you for all that you've done for myself, my family, all your presence throughout the years. It's numerous times that you've just stepped in and was that voice of reason that we needed. So thank you. We really appreciate you.
So I'm simply saying before I close, it is better to be in right standing with God than to be in right standing with you. It is better to be in right standing with God than to go around and try to please people that take you the wrong way. It is better to lose money than to lose your soul. It is.
I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh or sing a song. But it's not fair to have two incredible services about we're going to make it, it's ours, Jesus is coming, and not warn you that you got to get ready for it.
Amen.
If you saying I need strength, you feel that, Pastor, I didn't know this was a test, but I feel what I'm going through is a test because I don't deserve to go through this like this. And I don't have all the answers, but I need your help. I need someone to pray for me. I need someone to hear from heaven and pull out a blessing I cannot handle. I want the joy of the Lord in my life by winning this tax. If that's you, I want you to come and stand.
No, you got to know that when it comes time for you to get your promotion, you got to go through some rejection. When it comes time to receive something, you got to feel like you're by yourself. When it comes to, because God wants to know how bad do you want to be there? How bad? Because what you're about ready to touch, you can't drop it after you get it. When you walk up into it, you can't turn around. You can't have a baby and then act like you ain't a father. You're a father if you don't do it. Woo! You can't walk in it. He could not grab the mantle, get the double portion, and then walk like he only got one. I'm going through. You better give God some dance because he's about ready to give you a double portion. Don't you quit on it. He's about ready to give you something. The whole family making you sick. God says, good. Are you still doing the same thing you're doing? Nobody preached me right, but you're still paying all the bills. God says, hang in there. I'm going to press down, shaking together, and running over. Because they disrespect you. You keep on blessing.
So, patience. Patience let me see what I want or what I like. For the record, everything you like, stop qualifying it as what you want. Wait to see how much it costs before you say, I like it. Never drive a car until you see a price. Never put on clothes until you look at the tag. Never date a Negro until you see his character. That way he won't live the rest of his life telling you he's sorry. So what patience does is not change her, but patience does his perfect work to see, can I live with what I don't like? Now I can go down the aisle with her because I can live with this hairstyle. Whoosh. Oh, it's already done. I'm cooking this cake. And I can live that next week, it will not be the same thing. I'm living that when she's passionate about stuff that it can almost turn into tears. And I'll be like, what is going on? I can live with that now. But patience taught me how to wait on stuff that I said I like. That way we don't spend 6 years in marriage just to break up. Because I took 6 years with that hairstyle. I couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle that hairstyle. Because when I had 2 weeks, I made my mind, I don't need to study the hairstyle because I'm already like the person. No, study what you don't like because you already learned on what you already like. That's the only way you're going to have a happy marriage is take time, find out what you don't like, and then take time to ask yourself, not just ask yourself, but take time to ask yourself, can you live with what you don't like? And she on the side saying, since you don't like it, can I live with your attitude if I wear it? Because I'm not changing it for you or pastor.
God said, you go in this might of yours. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. He said, you go in this might of yours. Where is this might he has? Where is this might he has? The angel of the Lord realized this. If you can talk to the enemy the way you talking to me, we'll win some battles. If you can go after the enemy the way you get smart with the same body of Christ, we might win some stuff. You go in this same might. You get the same zeal you had. You didn't ask for permission to talk to me. You went straight up to me. You knew you were so small, so weak, but you rolled on it. And that's what God is saying. When are you going to get up? When you going to get up and speak in the same might? He didn't say in the same revelation. He didn't say in your same power. He says might. He says you're strong enough to do something, and all you did was talk. Because you, with your Holy Ghost filled self, is blaming that you, judging that you're being tied. They don't want to let me do nothing. They won't free me. God is calling me to bigger things, but it got me tied up, got me bound, won't let me be loose. I want to be loose. I want to be loose to do God's will. Hallelujah. I want to be loose to have God's way. Hallelujah. And God says, well, how did you get there? Because you wouldn't be broken.
Hello, Pastor Tony. I just want to say congratulations and happy Founders Day, 22 years. And it's such a blessing that God has allowed me to be a part of the last 10 years. When I think about where I've been and all the things that I've been through in life, I thank God for your prayers. I thank God for your support. I thank God for the laughs. I thank God for the but nonetheless, I thank God for the man of God that you are. And I'm so appreciative for all the years that God has blessed us to be a part of your ministry. Thank you.
Happy Founders Day, Pastor Tony Smith.
Congratulations on 22 years of ministry. You have been more than a father. You've been a role model and a leader. You've shown me how to push through things that I may not understand and circumstances that at the moment it may not have felt too good, but you always knew my purpose. So I thank you. I appreciate you. Continue to push me. Even when sometimes it seems like I'm not listening, I am definitely listening and I'm growing. And it's all because of you. Thank you so much.
How old is your oldest child? Not that one, the boy. 18 months. You got an 18 months and you got a 4-month. You got an 18 month and you got a 4-month-old. You got an 18 month and a 4-month-old. And you can't tell them what time it's supposed to eat. It tells you when it's hungry. Y'all don't get this. You don't understand why God gets you up 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not to worry. He's trying to tell you, I'm hungry. I need to feed off of somebody worshiping me. And you can't tell that baby you're tired. You can't tell that baby you've been through something. You can't tell that baby because that baby says it's your responsibility to take care of me. God is saying, I gave you sight. I healed your family. I brought you through. I did this. I did that. It's your responsibility. If they'd have shut the door, I'd have found somewhere else to go because you're in me for real, God. And now this shall come to pass. I'm faithful. I'm diligently searching you and diligently serving you and diligently. How you know? No, I'm not what I'm supposed to be, but I'm a long way from what I used to be. I am diligently searching you, diligently being faithful. I lost a lot of things, but I gained myself back. I lost a lot of things, but I got my own joy. I lost a lot of things, but I got my own peace. And if it never changed, I know who I am. You better tell somebody, yeah. Oh, you better help me out now. It says it came to pass. Your position in God ain't never been counseled. Your eyes just got dim. And because your eyes got dim, you got cluttered. And you went into the closet because you got dimmed. But God says that he in Christ is a new creature. God's trying to tell you, come out of the closet. I never had a place for your place. I never had somebody in your place. You're the only one that can change Israel. You're the only one that can deliver them. Get yourself. I know you got part out, but get your whole self out. Get your vision straight. Get your eyes straight. Follow somebody that's going the right way. Don't let nobody take you to a closet and leave you. There's a movie that's out. I forgot the name of it. But every time the little girl was being punished, the mother would throw her in the closet. To the point that she started accepting the closet as reality. The enemy throws you into the closet because he wants you to accept it as reality. But somebody say, I got to dream again. Somebody got to dream again. Somebody got to dream again. Somebody got to stop being depressed and blaming your mess and saying this. If nobody believe you, you got to dream. The dream is not in who talk you out of the closet. The dream is in you. You got to dream.
Hey, happy Founders Day. I just want to say I want to thank you for everything that you have done for me and my family. I just want to say thank you. Yes, it's yours. No, I'm joking. But I just want to say thank you for everything that you have done for me. You're the reason why I'm still at this church. And I just want to thank you for just those phone calls and those late night conversations. And I just want to say I love you and I really, really appreciate you. So happy Founders Day. Oh, man.
Pastor Tony, happy Founders Day. I want to share with you how thankful I really am and how blessed my life is now and has been since 2015, since we joined this ministry. Everything about our life has been on the up and the up and the up and up. constantly progressing. I am so thankful to have grown mentally, to have grown spiritually, and I'm thankful that you are my pastor, a real bona fide pastor, in Jesus' name. Thank you, sir.
And I will give you shepherds after my own heart, who will feed you with knowledge and understanding. Jeremiah 3:15. We love you, Pastor Tony.